Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. The bad is from all my years of independent professional wrestling or just my disposition because sometimes people don't like what I got to say, I guess. That's probably what I do from 7 to 3. People don't like it. But in the real world, we like talking about stuff that I like to talk about. That's why these podcasts is an experience, and that's why I like to talk about stuff that I love, ranging from Pittsburgh Steelers football to pulp culture to movies to just everyday life occurrences. It's actually pretty funny in my life. I'd like to talk about hobbies as my comic books, stuff, tons of stuff on this show. But let me get to the Facebook site so I can actually say hello to everybody. I like to do that. I like to be the one of the extraordinary podcasts that actually gives people VIP treatment as best as I can because we are a very, very small podcast. The studio is in my house. The studio is upstairs here. As you can see, memorabilia galore from Steelers to wrestling to comic books to pulp culture stuff. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody for tuning in on a Friday night at 9 o'clock. But let me get to the Facebook and we can actually say hello to everybody. Oh, am I? Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Klein, Brian Reddick, Walter, Marge. Thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Klein, I'm going to do some stuff later on in my show to promote your big show tomorrow night. But I'll go right here first and foremost since you're on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the No Network. Subscribe today. Tomorrow night, they have a big show. First time ever on the YouTube channel. Hey, Brian, thanks for tuning in. This show is the one that I talk about where they have debates. They get people from all walks of life, from pro wrestling to sports to movies to pulp culture to authors. Everybody and anybody does these debates. People get to vote. And tomorrow, they have a big, huge matchup that's been creating a lot of controversy on their site. 8 p.m., I will be multitasking. I like to go on and listen to the debates, and actually, I like to vote. And a lot of topics are different topics. Like the one was about the draft. One was last week was about podcasting. So you know me, I was throwing my 2 cents in. Donnie Fulmer, Mr. Tap Out, thanks for tuning in. And Mr. Oh no, thank you, brother. Mr. Klein says, thank you, brother. Bubba Brewer has passion, keeps it real, and is a darn good speaker. Well, I don't know about that, Mr. Klein. I say a lot of F-bombs. My enunciations are terrible, but I appreciate it. And be so glad to be on your show. Walter. Well, hold on. I'm reading Mr. Klein's. Keep it real, Dargon speaker. Your show is entertaining from beginning to end. Thank you. Bob Roofner, Barbecue Bob's in the house. If you guys want barbecue ribs, barbecue sandwiches, Indiana County's finest, Barbecue Bob. He has his own website. He has his own YouTube channel. He has hundreds and hundreds of people that follow him. And Walter says, hello, my brother. How are you, Steeler Land? Glad to be on your show today. Thanks for all the work that you do. Steeler Nation appreciates you. Thank you so much, Walter. I appreciate you for coming on, and I do love Steeler Nation, and I am one of the diehard black and golds in Indiana County. I'm an OC original, you know. Oh, Chris, thank you. I try to get it entertaining. But like I said, Mr. Klein, I'm going to go at the end of the show to review the situation for tomorrow night, 8 p.m., a big matchup. Hey, I even got to write to JBL on his show when I told JBL that the best sports play ever was the Immaculate Reception. And Mr. Klein read it to JBL. So I appreciate that. You know, when you're a Steeler fan, that is the greatest play of all time right there, the Immaculate Reception, Franco Harris. But let's get into real quickly some local independent wrestling, as I always do, because it starts from the groundwork, people, just as what I'm doing right here with this podcast. Independent wrestling is forefront. There's a wrestling show everywhere in the United States every weekend. in every state, every country, everywhere in the world. You know, what about Holmes's catch? Okay, that was good too, Chris. Yeah. But the immaculate reception made the Pittsburgh Steelers get into that other tier because they were losers for 42 years, brother. That was the play that made him catapulted the team into the Super Bowl champions of the 70s that they were. But I do like Santonio Holmes' catch because I was going to have a heart attack because I thought we were going to lose that game. So, yeah. But remember, independent wrestling. I know sometimes I get off topic. I'm very passionate about what I talk about. I'm off the energy drinks. I just like to shoot the shit and, try to be as entertaining as I can be. Because, like I said, these podcasts are very, very hard to get the word out, to get the views up. Yeah, Shane. Special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller. Hugs and kisses. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I'll take a hug, Shane, and a kiss on the cheek would be good. But Shane just popped it. Shane's popping into YouTube. He's popping on Facebook. Shane's going to be sitting back and enjoying my critiques of. I finally got caught up in a lot of movies. So I know me and Shane go back on the phone. He's like, "Hey, Bubba, watch this," or "Hey, Bubba, did you catch this?" I caught a lot of stuff this week. I slacked, and I know Donnie Fulmer was on. Donnie, I slacked today going to the gym. Shame on me. I don't feel, when you miss a workout, you feel like shit, like emotionally and physically. Well, that's what I feel today. But the only reason why I'm perky is doing these podcast shows. But like I said, this is something that I like to do. Hold on. Walter says, as a whole, our football teams from the 70s through the 80s, we made immaculate plays. What about the James Harrison made that fumble, ran 99 yards all the way for a touchdown? That's a great play too, Walter. I can't deny that. That was I believe James Harrison should be in the Hall of Fame. I really do. From being cut 5 times, the tenacity and perseverance of James Harrison if you ever watched the NFL life of James Harrison, phenomenal. Now James, at his end of his career with the Steelers, though, he was a prick, not being the leader that he needed to be in a time where he should have been a leader. And by the way, I'm joining you from Lufkin, Texas. I'm originally from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I appreciate it, sir, for tuning in. That's awesome. The whole way down in Texas. Yeah, it's nice to be worldwide in the United States. Mr. Michael Fabian, what's up on the hill? Hopefully his internet stays strong. Mr. Fabian has having issues with his internet for many, many months. Hopefully Elon Musk can help him out. And we're praying because I'm trying to get Fabe some good internet stuff with my cable that I have at my house. But sometimes I listen to Spanish movies that aren't supposed to be Spanish that really, really upset me. Texas representing. So anyway, real quick, let's change it up a little bit. Let's not go with the wrestling here. Let's go with the movies. Let's change a little pace here. How about that, Shane? We'll go help them algorithms, likes and share. Yeah, get these algorithms. I think if I say too many F words, the algorithms drop. But let's get into some because there's some people here that like movies. We can get the wrestling stuff done here pretty soon, and we will. But let's get started. Some movies I watched that I'm going to review. Well, my first movie that I saw in this whole movie spectacle that I've been watching movies like all weekend long. It's been crazy. I feel like I'm caught up, but except I haven't saw John Wick 4 yet because as I just was busting Fabe's chop, my cable system gives me the Spanish version of John Wick 4. And I don't know any Spanish, so I am totally screwed. And I have not seen Into the Spider-Verse because I don't like the closed captions. So sometimes in the streaming stuff that I actually pay for, I pay monthly. Sometimes it's not what I want. Well, I'm getting to that. Fabe said The Flash was good, and let's start off with that one. I was going to go Fast and Furious, but since Fabe's on, because he might have to go to sleep because he don't stay up late. Hey, Cousin Mike, what's going on? Zach, what's going on? Shane says, have Cindy Burkett come over and translate. I had her class for 8 weeks, man, and I dropped out. I do like Miss Burdick, though. She's a little bit farther the right. You know what I'm saying, Shane? But anyway, I went to see. Listen, this is a funny story. Me and Tammy Sunday night, I got Flash on my TV at my house. Okay. The quality of the special effects was fucking terrible. Okay. Um, I was dozing off because I wasn't interested. I do not like Ezreal Miller as an actor. I'm sorry, Fabe. I know he doesn't intrigue me as the Barry Allen. He's too nerdy for me, and Barry Allen is not supposed to be like that because Fabe, I'm a comic book person here. I got them all I got them all here. You know what I mean? Braden Elliott, thanks for tuning in, brother. So the reasons why I'm going to give you the reasons why I liked Flash to start off with. And first and foremost, Michael Keaton. It took me back to 1989, sitting in, no offense, the same movie theater that I saw The Flash in, because I had to go Monday because the extra credit scene in The Flash on my TV and my cable system was Spanish. And they kept breaking for commercials because, and I just love when people were getting up at the end of the movie. So they were filming it from fucking, handheld camera and shit, which I look, like I said, I pay for my cable. I really do. Okay. Agree with the special effects. Well, the thing is though, I liked Michael Keaton. I've always liked Michael Keaton as my Batman. I know Christian Bale played a great trilogy in Nolan's Batman, but that was different. I've always just felt some kind of. I always liked Michael Keaton because I remember when I was a kid, Michael Keaton was getting bashed by everybody for playing Batman. I remember that. But that movie was dark. Tim Burton, like the second one, he should have did a third one. They could have ended that trilogy, but they didn't. Um, and I just thought him showing up in this Flash movie was extraordinary. Now, I'm going to give some spoilers. I'm sure you guys already seen it. If you didn't, that's probably why it only made $55 million domestic. There was no Superman. He goes back and tries to save his mom because his mom gets killed. But the thing about it, everybody, is the killer was, a character in the comic books who killed his mom, was a reverse Flash. We didn't see that. We did not see that, and that kind of irritated me too. Very sentimental. And Lisa Fabian on the Hill too. The Hill is representing tonight on the Triple B Experience. I'm sure Gifford is somewhere. Probably at the garage. Probably. But I got Budweiser here. Oh, Lisa. The Flash is the best of DC. Oh, Lisa. Because it had Michael Keaton, but I don't think it was the best. I was only entertained with Michael Keaton because Keaton actually, when he was playing Batman, actually the whole premise of the story was based on tomato fucking soup and fucking spaghetti. Was the whole premise of the multiverse explained by Michael Keaton. Donnie Fulmer is with me with Miller. Yeah, I'm just not. I like the Flash TV show. I think they should have kept and had. Look, that guy has done a lot of shit. I read up on him in Wikipedia. He's just out there. I know he's got some help, and mental health is crazy because I deal with it every day. But it's just bad. They spent a lot of money on this Flash movie to take off. And Stephen King, when I gave my thumbs up, thumbs down in front of the movie theater, which I'm going to start doing with all my movies at the Indiana Mall, I do not think this was the best superhero movie of all time. I would have to think long and hard for what would be. It didn't drag out emotions in me, Fabians. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, Mike. Fabe wanted to see Christian Bale. You know what? I know the George Clooney thing at the end was for shits and giggles, but I would rather have Christian Bale as that reality's Batman. I'd have been okay with that. So I did like Supergirl, though. I did, and I like Zod. General Zod was a badass. Michael Shannon is a great actor from Boardwalk Empire to every other stuff that he has done. He was just dastardly and menacing as a bad guy. So, oh shit, Bale, damn. See that? Yeah, see, Shane agrees with you, Fabe. So, but I mean, The Flash, as of June 19th, only grossed $135.7 million, way under the expectations, and nowhere near the caliber and cost it needs to approach to break even. And breaking even, if they would have made just as much money as Batman 1989 with Keaton, they would have did Batman Beyond with Keaton as the older Batman, which that would have been cool as shit. If any of you guys, except for Michael Fabian, because Fabian does not watch animated cartoons, Batman Beyond is an animated show, but it also a comic book where Batman is older and he has a younger Batman taking on all the physical activities because he can't because he's older. Well, hey, Dean, what did you think about Nick Cage rolling in? I thought that was great. But Dean, I wish they would have actually had Cage roll in live version. Like a live version of Cage would have been great. The animated stuff with the multiverses combined and stuff was great. Adam West, which I understand you're not going to get Christopher Reeves, you're not going to get, but yes, they could have got Nicolas Cage. They could have paid him handsomely to just fight that, but that could have been stuff from the past where they had that movie probably in the vault and they just never shown it, or they had some clips of it. You know, Shane says Fabe's missing out. Yeah, I know. He doesn't like animated stuff. He doesn't. Like, I told him about the Rebels and shit, and he was like, for Star Wars, and the Clone Wars, and he doesn't agree. And I'm like, they can't afford to do stuff. That's why they go to animation. But actually, the DC Flashpoint animation is very, very good. I haven't seen it yet because I haven't had time, but I heard it's probably one of the best. But I thought the movie was one of the best DC standalone films since the Nolan series. Okay. A lot of, you know what? I think it's, I think if they just would have had somebody besides Miller, just not playing him so goofy, I think, because just Barry Allen is not as goofy as Miller played him, and that was my only thing. Like, I understand he was emotional, he wanted to, his mom, but you know what? Hey, Becky, thanks for tuning in. You know what is the craziest part, guys? At the end, when he takes the fucking can of tomato soup out, and his mom sees him, which boggles my mind, and I don't understand this. Like, she hugged him, and she knew, and she didn't know that was his son. That was just crazy. You know what I mean? That was just crazy. Timmy George, thanks for tuning in. Princess Jade, Lisa Oncemunsky, what's going on? And also next week, we're going to have a special guest in the Triple B Experience podcasting show. First time ever. We are going to have somebody special. 12 years old, knows his comic books, knows his wrestling. His real name is the name of Superman, and he will be here next week. I can't wait. Kal-El will be in the house. He's very entertaining. And I seen his stuff on TikTok. He's a TikTok sensation. Jason Reese, hey guy, thanks for tuning in from Hey Guy Podcasting. But I think it was okay. It's just Michael Keaton is what sold it for me. It was okay. I just think that I think the first Wonder Woman for me was very good. Well, the Batman Nolan series was great. And I did like Henry Cavill as Superman. I did like Black Adam. I think Black Adam had a lot more action than the Flash did, because they were telling the story, which I understand. Donnie Fulmer says the actor in Flash is better. Yeah, I think they could have. I think they had to reboot. They had to recut. They ad-libbed the end there. It wasn't supposed to be Clooney. It was supposed to be Michael Keaton, Supergirl, and then a whole bunch of the Justice League at the end on the courthouse steps. Look, I didn't think, to me, it wasn't the greatest superhero movie. It wasn't emotional for me. I know I'm a big dude, but the Avengers Endgame was emotional. Spider-Man, when they had the 3 Spider-Mans, the last Spider-Man movie was emotional for me. Dean says Blue Beetle looks good. Yeah, I think that I just met him personally, and he put a sour taste in my mouth, but I'll give him credit because I do like Cobra Kai. And hopefully James Gunn can do something. I wish I had a Blue Beetle #1 comic, which I do not. I'm looking for Booster Gold though. I want to watch. You know what's really good, guys? If they would make a Peacemaker movie instead of the TV show, I would be all in on that. Like for me, Peacemaker is the best thing movie wise or whatever that I can think that had me engulfed in DC lore was John Cena as the Peacemaker. Well, oh, you know why? You know why, Dean? He didn't. There's a little kid that was. You know how it is. You know, you've been in the wrestling business, brother, for many years. You're upmost classy kind of guy. A little kid, come up to him and just wanted a picture real quick, and he's like, "No, I couldn't do it." He couldn't do it, and I was like, nobody was around, and I was like, I thought he was just that kid would have been, heads over heels for the rest of his life that he met his childhood idol. You know what I mean? But it just didn't work out, and he's like, "Sorry, kid, I can't do it." You know how it goes, but that was the only thing that rubbed me wrong. I just think he could have spent like 2 seconds, snapped the picture. That kid would have been, a little kid about maybe 6 or 7. He was real young, So I just like, man, I just shook my head. And he just rubbed me wrong because I had I like Cobra Kai, I like the series, and I think when you're in that kind of entertainment field, doesn't matter if you're a wrestler, you're a singer, you're an actor. I think if a little kid comes up to you, you give it to the little kid because it's not his parents or somebody my age going up and like, "Hey, dude, can I get an autograph?" It's all about the kids, and just that 3 seconds could have changed. You know what I mean? Could have made his day just so much more spectacular. That's why I had a little bit of beef with the kid. I know he's making a lot more money than me. I know that for a fact. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Flash was. I mean, I did give it thumbs up. You got to watch it in the movie theater because the spectacle of the fight on Earth, Zod and the troops and all that stuff, and the Bat ship and Michael Keaton, who's like 60 some years old and still trying to kick ass, and Emily, thanks for tuning in. And the emotional thing when Michael Keaton passes, I didn't feel any emotion because it was the movie. Like when Rocket Raccoon was gonna fucking die, I was fucking, you know what I mean? Like I thought he was gonna die, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm shedding a tear over a goddamn fucking raccoon. So I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. Not my best superhero movie, and I have to think which would it, probably Endgame, but that last Guardians was pretty good. You know what I mean? And Marvel is really outdoing DC, but DC, I like them all though. If they make a good Batman, I'm all in for it. I didn't I'm all into that. But second Suicide Squad was real good, and Peacemaker is top notch. You can't bitch around. And the other movie I saw was Transformer: Rise of the Beasts. It made 171 million going into opening weekend. It did better. It did a little better than the Flash. I thought the Transformers: Rise of the Beast was just as good as the first Transformers movies with Shia LaBeouf. It's like picking up a favorite Chinese buffet. And I don't care. I think Pete Davidson was fucking funny as an Autobot. He was hysterical, and I do like Pete Davidson. I liked him in his show on Hulu or Peacock, whatever fucking streaming channel it is. There's so many of them I can't even remember anymore. Too many concussions. Steve, thanks for tuning in, brother. But yeah, I thought it was good. Ron Perlman was the bad, Decepticon, and it was pretty good. And at the end of Transformers, with the chatter of Keaton doing Batman, if he has success with Beetlejuice 2, so we may see another Batman. I hope so. I want to see, yeah, that's what I want to see. The third trilogy of the Tim Burton stuff. That would be great. And a totally different, or have Bane come in and break his back midway through the movie, and then you do Batman Beyond. That would be good. I would go for that. Yeah, that would be awesome. And then there you go. But I just hope that they're not scared due to the fact that the Flash didn't do so good. But I think globally it'll be 300 million. It'll get 300 million, I believe. But the Transformers will get 300 million because the Transformers overseas in China and stuff are huge. Yeah, I wish I could write it up. My Marion Center English would mess me up, Dean. Hey, Rich Smoke, what's going on? So I just think that the Transformers at the end, they have Hasbro has combined the Transformers and the G.I. Joe series now. It was a spoiler, people. I'm so sorry. It's a spoiler. G.I. Joe and the Transformers, now I've seen it with my own eyes, now have tagged up, and it will be tagging up in movie cinema history. They have tagged up into Marvel comic books in 1987. It was a 4 mini-part series. The G.I. Joe is back at IDW. And also, like I said, last week's show, Robert Kirkman from The Walking Dead fame has a book that I just bought today called Void, where it talks about, he writes about a story about the Transformers and a story of G.I. Joe combined on one book. The cover is not real good. I bought the last one at the store in Indiana today. So we will see. Steve says they done it in the 80s. It was a decent cartoon. And on to the second they done. Well, we shall see. We shall see. But I like the Transformers. I also gave it a thumbs up. I try to do real like a minute review after the movie outside of Indiana Movie Theater because I don't want to travel too far because there's not enough time in a day to get stuff done. And I'm finally caught up with some movies except for, like I said, Wick and the Spider-Man movie. What are your thoughts on the new Power Town figures? I don't collect the Power Town figures. Gina, I just, you know what I do? I just get Marvel Legends now because I'm an old man. I used to do a lot of WWE figures. I have a lot of WWE figures downstairs in my lovely storage that I would sell at Starcade Sports in Florida. So if anybody's looking for some WWE figures, I have a few for sale. I don't think I'm selling my Marvel Legend figures because they're hard to come by anymore. Rich Smoke says G.I. Joe didn't do too well solo, hence they were probably merging with the Transformers. Yeah. Mr. Klein says regarding the Steelers losing Levi Wallace to Detroit, that would be all. Yes, that would be awful. And I didn't see that come on the my Steeler hot wire, but I knew they were looking might trade him. But also too, Mr. Klein, Joey Porter Jr. and Corey Trice, 6'2". They are avatars in the Steelers secondary. I enjoyed the G.I. Joe movies. I did too, Donnie. I'm a huge G.I. Joe collector. I have the first series from Marvel from 1 to 155. No, I don't have the Steelers wrestling belt. No, I'm not a big bell collector. I am I was a season ticket holder for 17 years. I have a lot of Steelers merchandise. I have authentic Steelers seats downstairs in the Triple B Bar and Grill, which is a bar downstairs at my house, not a public bar. You do? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Porter is the real deal. Porter is definitely the real deal. And he's the only Steeler right now that has not signed a contract. We signed Broderick Jones and we signed Keneal Benton today. So we need one more and we're all signed going into training camp. Mr. Klein, we're almost there. We will be tough. I know Rich Smoke is listening because he's the smartest man in Philadelphia with his Philadelphia Eagles, which is the only strongest team in the NFC. Steve Jordan says, I made a leather helmet shield for a fire helmet for the Steelers. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I have a Steeler helmet downstairs in the bar, but I have a lot of Steeler memorabilia everywhere, as you can see. Yeah, I mean, I got there's, over here is a picture with me and King Kong Bundy back in the day, Hogan, Road Warrior Animal, something to wrestle with Pritchard. Oh, hi, Mayor. How you doing? God bless you. Thank you. Steelers are more like the tinfoil is right now, but building up. Well, hey, we're building up, brother. Mayor, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, and God bless you. Love you, dear. Thanks for tuning in. All right. But let's get to another movie I saw. I love everybody's comments. Bring them in. Yes, rest in peace, Steelers, Clark Higgins. Yeah, that was terrible. 46 years old, member of the 2006 Steelers defense when they beat the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 40. As of right now, I didn't see anything come out on the cause of his untimely death. It was terrible, tragic at Steeler Nation. It's been a hard time with the passing of Mr. Higgins and Stan Savern in Pittsburgh sports around here lately. Have I? It's just crazy. So let me get to another movie, and I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna read your comments. Just bear with me, and it's Friday night. Kick back with a cold one, and tell them about your Taylor Swift. Yeah, yeah. Hey, my two nieces got Taylor Swift tickets for $45 a piece in Pittsburgh. They were going for $900 to $1,000. Yeah, I was Dean. Dean, you're a fan. I know Dean. Dean Radford was just on a show. Dean's great. Oh, yeah. That's yeah. He was just on. He was talking about Batman and stuff. That's so Dean Radford. Oh, all right. Big man in IWC. Actually, Dean's actually training guys in Rise Wrestling right now. I saw him about a month and a half ago down in Uniontown. Him and Brandon Kay. My pleasure. God bless you. That's my brother from another mother. Oh, nice. He's good. He's good. He's a good dude. Real good dude. A lot of good dudes in independent wrestling. I haven't even did my wrestling show yet with this because I do independent wrestling shows. I did that. Usually I start with that, but the movies were so much and everybody was coming in. I was like, I'm going to switch it up today. I did an audible. So, but yeah, my other movie I saw was Fast and Furious 10, which has been out for a while. And really it's over the top action, which I can only imagine from Vin Diesel. Tammy loves Fast and Furious. I was so, but it was entertaining. And Jason Momoa as a bad guy was phenomenal. And John Cena was once again being a peacemaker. He can't do the Punisher. He did great. And also at the end, I saw my man, The Rock. The Rock and Vin Diesel must have went off camera, ate a hot dog, shook hands, and drank a Coca-Cola because The Rock now is back in the franchise, and he's having a bad year, losing $60 million in the XFL, getting fired, not making anything with Black Adam, and not having a Superman Black Adam movie. The Young Rock got canceled. He didn't get into WrestleMania this year. So, I mean, The Rock finally's got to do something, But, hey, I don't know. I like The Rock. I think The Rock's positive. And you know what? If you're that good, you can believe in your abilities. Who gives a shit whatever the people think? Rock just does The Rock. And if you don't like The Rock, well, that's just how it is. Hobbs and Ray's movie coming out. I don't know when. Yeah, Cena as the Punisher, it would be awful. Yeah, I messed that up. Steve says, I have to get you on my show sometimes, Bubba. Yeah, I'm good. I don't work second shift. I need to work. I need to make a lot of money because groceries, apples and bananas cost $20. And also when you're October 21st, a big day for me and my fiance. Planning and doing a wedding is not easy and it is not cheap. But you know what? We're going to have the best goddamn time known to mankind because I'm marrying the tag team partner. Forever champs out there. She's out there. Biggest supporter I know. There's a lot of you. And Shane's one of them. So I know. Yeah, crashing. I'll be there crashing at Shane's house party time. Yeah. So I'll give thumbs up barely to Fast and Furious due to the fact of all the high-packed action and Jason Momoa as a bad guy. I'm not a big Vin Diesel fan. And The Rock returning. And Jason Statham. You got to love Jason Statham. I'm not so much a Brie Larson guy because Captain Marvel is it's okay, but I don't know. But another movie I saw, look, this is what I've been doing besides lifting a couple days a week, trying to work out. She's getting better with age for sure. Scotty Griffith, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. I love the new faces. If you guys got questions and comments, put them on the Facebook site. I'll read them as quick as I can with my Marion Center education, and my English is just as good as everybody else's, but sometimes I do stutter a lot because sometimes I don't have my glasses on, to be honest with you. So I always have to, stand that ground. So Extraction 2, Mr. Helmsworth with the second one. Come back from the first one. If you haven't seen the first one, you need to. This is John Wick on steroids. Can you see him and John Wick tagging up? There would be nobody left. Thumbs up Extraction 2, I liked it. I like Chris Helmsworth in that part. That prison scene in Russia was just brutal. And there is going to be an Extraction 3. So, if you need to watch it, get on Netflix. I tell you right now, thumbs up on that one. It's a good action movie because sometimes I don't have to watch all the superhero movies. I do like some action. I love some comedy. I love all kind of movies except for really sappy love stories like The Notebook that George Barber likes, and I'm not into that, but that's just me. I love a good romantic story when it's real life. I just don't like to see it on the friggin' screen. So, let's see. When you get married, remember one thing, Bubby, you got to keep it fresh, and that'll be the best marriage you'll have. Well, I hope so. I hope so. I keep everything fresh, brother. I'm a promoter machine. I walk. I don't even walk on eggshells because I crush everything. Rich Smoke. Bubba's always switching it up. How many things? But I'm sure his wife will never have a chance to be bored. Boring is not my MO, Rich Smoke. But you know what? My stepdaughter probably thinks I'm boring because I don't know nothing. I'm not good with the teenagers now. I don't know. You know, teenagers like a lot of different stuff. Extraction 3, the wisdom teeth. Yeah, yeah. But also, let's get into real quick here. Let me switch it up real quick to get into some wrestling stuff real quick, and then I'll go back to some TV shows that I want to talk about and review. You're going to watch Mean Girls or something? No. Well, I'm going to watch that Jennifer Lawrence comedy. And I want to watch The Machine with Bert Kreischer. Oh, yeah, I love me Bert Kreischer. So, yeah, let me I want to promote Hey Guy Podcast. Hey Guy Podcast brought to you by Extreme Wrestle Talk Podcast with Larry and the guys. Great stuff on there. They'll make you laugh. They made me laugh. I put it on at Sheets when I was eating some hot dogs. I had it on full blast, and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. So, Hey Guys Podcast. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Okay, let's go. Where are we going now? We're going to Imagine Wrestling. I'm going to go to Imagine Wrestling tomorrow night, Saturday, June 24th, bell time, 7 p.m. Almost at 8 p.m. I can't see. So the big star is former WWE superstar James Ellsworth. Not a big fan of him, but you know, yeah, I can't support Larry. He said I can't badmouth AEW. How can I not bad? I know I heard that on his show on AEW. Yeah, he didn't know the hell who you were. I was trying to tell him who you were. It wasn't flying. It's at the Sykesville A&G Youth Fair. It's an inside show. Don't worry about the weather. 400 Fairground Road, Sykesville, PA. Like I said, former WWE superstar James Ellsworth. www.imaginewrestling.com for more information. Call 814-204-2206 for tickets. Imagine Wrestling, one of the best premier independent wrestling shows, companies in this state. Classy stuff. Steve says, yeah, I met Ellsworth, not my favorite. Yeah, he's got so much creepiness to him. Dean says, I can't believe that guy gets booked still. Yeah, I know. I don't understand it either. I don't know. I don't know, brother. I don't know. I just go with the flow. I just try to promote stuff on here. Try to, shoot from the hip. I don't know. But also, too, this show is also brought to you by Bob's It's a Pizza in Indiana, Pennsylvania on 4th Street, where I can go and get 5 pieces of pepperoni and a Wapaho, which is an Italian submarine sandwich, and a root beer for $12. You can't beat it. And tell Ted Bubba sent you. Ted's a good guy, Steeler, Penguin, Pirate fan. He's a Pittsburgh All-American kind of guy. Support Ken all day long. Yeah, they got a great stuff, man. Big Mike's great. The Rad Boys are my tag team. Woo, and that match you put on with Money Shot was on fire, brother. Oh, I'm not mad with you. Just don't care for that dickbag. I didn't think you were mad at me, Steve. It's okay. People get mad at me all the time. I make people get mad at me. I can piss people off. If you ever saw me at work, I could piss people off in half a second just by walking in the place. I piss people off. But I also try to get paid half decent. But actually, when you work hard, like I said, it costs you $10 for a bag of apples anymore. It's ridiculous, So, okay, now Eclipse Wrestling will be tomorrow night at the Galleria at Johnstown Mall in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, part of Thunder in the Valley. Doors open up at 6 p.m. It's inside the mall, guys. Yeah, Chris, Money Shot is awesome. Front row tickets are 20, general admission are 15. Eclipse Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. It's been a while since I've seen the Rev Ron Hunt, but he's going to be defending his Eclipse Wrestling Heavyweight Championship against Project X. The Rev is a great guy. He's positive in and out of the ring. And when I drafted him at Fight Underground, he took the Fight Underground Championship. And I'll never forget that. Just mad props and mad respect for the Rev. They also got the champion. I think it's the Legacy Championship. Steve LaBelle versus the social media icon Tad Jarvis is one of the matches, and also the Thunder Rumble will be there. I think Tarantula is going to be there, I think, and I want to go. I told him I wanted to go. I want to go hit some other shows. I just want to see some wrestling. I know it's Thunder in the Valley. It's going to be in Johnstown, Pennsylvania at bell time is 7 o'clock. So get your tickets, and if you need more information, go to www.eclipsewrestling.com for more ticket information. Yeah, that was super fun. I love that. We did the Fight Underground draft. I used to love the shows, brother. It was entertaining. It was good. It was never been done before, and I hope and I pray to God that maybe everybody can put their situations aside. One show, one match of their company, their best talent, they can book that match. I'm looking to get my wrestling license. That's what I want to do. I would want to see that. Even if it's one show a year or something, I'm okay with that because I know that you guys bust your ass running shows every month, and it's very stressful and it's very hard. And you guys try to do the best you can. And you guys do a great job, but I know it's stressful. That's why I just want to do one and see how it goes. But I want to get my promoter's license. I want to bring the best of every company with their talent. Let you guys from Rise, if I could get Rise, then you book the outcome of your match. I got nothing in on it. I just want everybody to come together. You know what I mean? And, yeah, it's just going to be an APWF. That's it. Just APW. It's allied. Everybody's coming together. I want other wrestling. I always wanted that. Always a dream of mine, Dean. Even when I was in Florida, it was always a dream of mine of everybody coming together on one show, showcasing their talent and having something like that. I'm looking somewhere in the spring. I swear to God, as God is my name. And after I get married, then I'm getting my license and going from there. Oh, horsepower. Hey, I hope you take the heavyweight title at PWX, brother. Just be humble, keep training, keep working your body. You look like a fucking $1 million, and just keep doing it. Learn, brother, but take that title away from him. He's not a big fan of the Triple B experience. That's a shoot. I got dibs on front seats. Okay, Rich. I'm trying. But yeah, and I'll have more independent wrestling next week because there'll be more shows, and I try to put them out a couple, whatever shows I see, I try to put them out every Friday night before the weekend. So if people are undecided about shows, maybe they didn't know about the shows, and if they tune in, they can see and they can go to a wrestling match. Believe me, if I'm at a show, you come up to me and say hi, we can sit there and shoot the shit and watch a show. You know what I mean? I'm all about looking, and I just want to be entertained. But I'm also looking for stuff for next year, though. I'm not going to lie about that. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Next Thursday night is going to be the real deal, like always. Yes, next Thursday night, as Rich Smoke has told me, next Thursday night at 8 p.m., the mega cast pick of the Money in the Bank WWE pay-per-views with my guest appearances from all kind of guys that we're all coming together. Rich Smoke from Philly, the Viper from Connecticut, Danny, Team Tap Out, Larry Stryker, Shane Stodmiller. Oh, we got all kind of guys. So, I will, Dean. I will. And I appreciate it. Brother, I appreciate you coming on, brother. I need to get you on to do an interview, man. We get an interview. Talk about your career. Talk about you. Talk about shit you like. That's what this platform's all about, man. I just did an interview with my good buddy Brandon Watkins of Watkins Boxing. That's right. We just did a huge interview on his love of boxing when he was a kid. He opened up Indiana County's very own boxing in Indiana County. It's kick-ass facility. He'll make you work. He trains kids. He's so humble. He works with the kids. We did the interview. It's on YouTube. It was out Wednesday. Actually, last night. We recorded it on Monday. So, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I just like to talk about guys' old stories about the love, other hobbies, wrestling, life in general, and what you're doing now. That's why I got this platform. It's an experience. And Dean, I know you got a lot of experiences, brother. You've done everything up and down this road in Pennsylvania and other states all across the United States. And you got my mad respect, brother. Mad respect. Oh, hey, thanks, Shane. Chris, thanks for tuning in. So let's go back to two more shows before I get everybody all, bored. I try not to be because I'm not boring unless you're my stepdaughter because we bore her to death because you know how teenagers are. So anyway, let's go with this one first, and I'm going to end with this one. I have to finish watching this series. I don't know why. I appreciate you too, brother. I have to finish watching this because I watched it from the start. So if you watch something from the start, I have to finish it. So their mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead, Morgan once again goes crazy, sees red, kills everybody, kills 300,000 zombies, and always goes back to the time when he was the first episode when he had to kill his wife in The Walking Dead, and he just snapped and he freaked out. So he did that. He got his daughter back. He split, and the biggest thing is he's on his way back to New Alexandria to find Rick Grimes. I hope they put him in the Rick Grimes Michonne series. I have not watched The City of the Dead with Negan and Maggie. I did watch it for 5 seconds on my streaming cable system, but once again, I think it was in French. And I just know English, so I have to wait. I sometimes it's a hit and miss with my lovely cable system that I pay $29 a month for. I get a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I can't bitch too much. So, but I just need to know some languages so then I can, I won't have to rewatch it. But I got to finish it. We'll see how it goes. Morgan is no longer in Fear of the Walking Dead. It's going to be the original guys and crew from the original Fear of the Walking Dead. We're going to see how it ends. I think it's got maybe 6 more episodes and it's done. Steve says the Dead City is really good. That's what I heard. I have not. Like I said, I saw 5 seconds of it. I have to try to rewatch it again tonight. I got to find it, and then I will watch it again. But yeah. Also, let's get real quick. I went from Fear the Walking Dead because realistically, a lot of people don't watch that. Why waste time? I still watch it because I got to finish it. But I know everybody watched this. This is what Marvel is. It's the Civil War. It's Winter Soldier. It's espionage at its finest. Rich says Secret Invasion off to a good start with an awesome pilot, by the way. Yep. You must have read my mind, brother. It started off, Agent Ross was a Skrull. A lot of people in this series will be Skrulls, and I'm hoping and I'm wishing that Tony Stark at the end game was a Skrull, but that ain't going to happen. But in the comic book, it was Captain America who was a Skrull, got killed on the steps of the Capitol. Mockingbird was a Skrull. Spider-Woman was the queen of the Skrulls in the comic book. So I just know, I believe, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to give you a spoiler right now. I beat you to the punch. Yeah, you did. You beat me to the punch by 15 seconds. James Rhodey, War Machine, is a Skrull, and the president will be taken down by the Skrulls, and that's where Harrison Ford's character of Thunderbolt Ross becomes president of the United States, probably at the beginning of Thunderbolts. And that's what will happen to Thunderbolts due to the fact of Secret Invasion. Samuel Jackson is great. Nick Fury is by himself because Maria Hill gets fucking killed. Sorry for the spoilers, but if you haven't watched it, I can't wait around too much longer. She might not be dead, but I'm thinking that she's dead, and they're gonna make the daughter of the Skrull, Emily Clark's character, second in command under Nick Fury. Maria Hill was always too holier than thou for me anyway. Yeah, How I Met Your Mother. I think they could have put somebody else in there, really. She had a long career. I think they need to bring back Quake from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and definitely bring back May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That would be kick ass. Like those two helping, Nick Fury out because he's by himself because he doesn't know who to trust. That would be cool to make the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon into the Secret Invasion series. So it was good. It has that vibe of spy, but also too, they're killing people, and that's good. You know how Disney Plus is, and it's also Samuel Jackson, but also too, they're not happy because Fury and Captain Marvel did not find the Skrull as a planet, and all these young radicals are pissed off, and they're just doing terrorism all over the place. So the leader of this faction is diabolical and just said fuck it, and he's going to start killing people. But you're going to see some major MCU characters as Skrulls. Now, you already saw Agent Ross. They captured him somewhere, but he actually got broken free from Wakanda. But realistically, was he a Skrull the whole time, or did they capture him? Even though Fury tried helping the leader of this faction, forced him out of space. Yep. Well, and then that's going to lead into the Marvels. That's going to lead into the Marvels movie. And also, I read where Nova is hopefully has his appearance in the MCU, which I hope because I have that whole collect series of Richard Rider as Nova. It's a good series. It's actually ranked the second best Disney series so far ever. So that's pretty good. And Disney Plus had some good ones like Moon Knight and Hawkeye and you know, Loki. Nova's expected to be in by the time this next phase is over. Wondering when he pops in. I hope it's soon. I hope it's soon because this writer strike is sucking. Because after this writer strike, Richie Smoke, it's going to be the actors are going to go on strike. So we'll be watching a lot of wrestling and a lot of fucking Fear Factor. You know what I mean? Lot of Fear Factor, tons of Fear Factor. You know. So yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, please do. Hopefully, I didn't spoil it for anybody, but it's thumbs up because this tonight on this Triple B experience, it was my personal reviews of everything I watched, and to end it, I also watched Tales, uh, Dark Side of the Ring. Tales to Suspense, yeah. Dark Side of the Ring. I got the first 2 episodes of Candido and Sonny. Sonny was a bitch, and it's a shame about Candido because I've been on a show with Sonny, and she was so jealous of the girls of the company that I was working for that I owned at the time. It was just ridiculous. And she just showed her ass. And it was just terrible. Candino was a little hot-headed too. I remember me and Mr. Feelgood, Feel Bad, Dr. Feelbad, and myself was going to it was going to get a little hairy there for a situation. Well, some good acting in wrestling right now. This Bloodline feud has been incredible. Oh yeah, this is the best storyline ever right now. So, and then the second one was about Magnum TA, and Magnum was a world champ. I used to like Magnum when I was a kid on Saturday mornings. His belly suplex was a finisher, by God, and that's the way it should be. But everybody kicks out of everybody's finisher anymore, and it's fucking super kick party and fucking young buck party, and it's just ridiculous where it's just crazy anymore. Like, if somebody kicked me in the fucking face 6 times, I don't think I'm coming up. Maybe once, but not 6, But yeah, I'm gonna watch the Matt Bourne one. Yeah, so I'm trying. I think I'm all caught up in a lot of stuff. I hope I piqued your curiosity. I appreciate everybody for Shawn Michaels has to be depressed. Yeah, well, HBK is, yeah, he had sunny days though for a little bit. 28 super cakes in 15 minutes, and they're still, yeah, I agree, buddy. Totally agree. Just finished the one on Matt Bourne that ran, yeah, I know. Ran close to home when I was training with T. He would come around. It was nuts at times. How his mind was so large. Yeah. Yeah, you got firsthand with Matt, man, back in the day. You know what I mean? That's my next one. I think that's this episode 3. Yeah, I just watching them, all these tales, just like, yeah, it's just especially with Magnum. That one kind of sucked because he was so talented. He wasn't. I mean, I didn't know about the infidelity. I did not know that, but I mean, he looked like $1,000,000, and yeah, okay, all right. Anytime, you let me know. I'll make graphic. We'll do an interview. That'll be great, man. That'll be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, that's a definite too, man. Definite. What fun. That'll be awesome. Your stories are probably pretty good, man. I'll be shutting up just listening. And that's what every person in the locker room should do, is respect the veterans in a wrestling locker room. And if they got stories, just sit there and listen like a sponge. Okay. Yep. We'll definitely. I got my planner. We can do it. I'm good at any time. We can record at any time, brother. I got to make some graphics because I'm working on my tech savvy shit. My Full Sail University, my diploma. I got it out of the Cracker Jack box. So, but yeah, Dean. Yeah, we're gonna have Dean Rafford in the house at a special interview. Yeah. Yes, sir. Big time wrestler at IWC all over the East Coast. And also right now he is the trainer, booker, the man at Rise Wrestling. So yeah, we're gonna definitely get that one. That's awesome. But hey, Dean, thanks for popping on tonight. I appreciate it, brother. And God bless you. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. Everybody, hit like and subscribe. This is a small podcast. I'm getting these foreign emails about how they can help me out, get thousands of views. They just want my money, you know what I mean, hacking my shit. And I told them a big F you. I'm like, I'll just keep working on it because I don't trust anybody. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. This is a slow grassroots campaign. Like I said, this will be going on tomorrow night, Mr. Klein's network. This guy's he's got so much talent on his debate, his interviews. He's done stuff with Jesse Ventura, JBL. He just had Jumping Jim Brunzell from the Killer Bees on his show. They have debate, and they have great topics. Saturday night at 8 o'clock, you can vote. You can join a network. They have 60 shows or whatever. A lot of stuff. Hey, thank you, brother. God bless you, Dean. Thank you. And Mr. Klein is a hardworking dude, and he knows a lot of people, and I appreciate him from coming on here and giving me props and talking about the experience and seeing the passion that I have doing what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to do something, keep doing it. Nothing is if it's worthwhile, it's never easy to do. And running podcasts and doing many shows and trying to get stuff done, it's not easy, but I love doing it because I love to do this. I love to entertain. I love to talk about stuff that I'm very passionate about. So please hit like and subscribe. Have a great weekend. Listen to the Brandon Watkins interview that I just put out. Brandon's a great guy, super nice guy, humble, and teaches the youth of America the boxing ways. And gets people in shape. And then, like I said, come back here next Wednesday for the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty, where we're talking, of course, Pittsburgh Steelers football. Next Thursday night at 8 p.m. is the Mania Megacast, where the special panel of funniness will give their picks on Money in the Bank from the WWE July 1st. And then we'll be back Friday night at 9 o'clock right here for the Triple B Experience. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe out there and have a better tomorrow. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. But please hit like and subscribe. Support me as I support everybody as I can, because that's what it's all about. So let's get out of here. Let me get right to the friggin' button here, and I can punch it out. God bless everybody. I am out of here. Peace out.